Advent Rising for the Xbox is an epic sci-fi adventure that you're sure to have fun with, but it lacks the polish of a truly great title. The story of Advent Rising, co-written by Orson Scott Card, is decent, but nothing you'd think was worthy of his name. The plot is basically the Chronicles of Riddick. A race of war-driven monsters called the Seekers reach your homeworld and turn it into an asteroid field. You're Gideon Wyeth, one of the only human survivors who meets a friendly alien race known as the Aurelians, which tell you about the Seekers and hidden powers you have yet to learn. In an effort to create a non-linear adventure, the game makes you choose between two supporting characters to save near the beginning of the story. Rather than create two separate stories where each character has meaning afterwards, they pretty much just stop existing. Another distracting element is the game's dialogue. It starts off cute and campy when introducing the main characters, which is fine for the beginning of the game, but as the story gets more dramatic, the characters still maintain an inappropriate tongue-in-cheek attitude about their world being destroyed and all their friends dying off.
You know, it just occurred to me that this is the only thing I have left from home.
You mean you forgot to pack underwear? Hey, I was just kidding.
Majesco's sci-fi third-person shooter is extremely ambitious. It has more guns than most first-person shooters, complete with leveling abilities. And like Halo 2, you can carry a different gun in each hand and fire each gun independently. This can make gunplay fun when trying out different weapon combinations.
And doing it with such style!
Advent Rising also features a fairly robust melee system and 6 psychic powers that have alternate firing modes. This leads to some pretty diverse fighting, and some of the powers like Lift and Time Shift are extremely fun to use. After you get your psychic powers, almost nothing will be able to stop you. You'll also pilot a number of vehicles, like the Halo Warthog-inspired Scythe, gun turrets, and fighter planes. For all the ambitious features of Advent Rising, there's plenty of annoying bugs to go along with it. Sometimes cutscenes and scripted events just won't trigger, meaning you'll have to repeat from the last checkpoint. There are also times when you just don't know where to go, and the game will give you generic objectives that don't help. There are also several buttons that perform multiple actions, which can make it frustrating getting Gideon to do what you want him to do in the heat of combat. The targeting system works by flicking the right analog stick towards the enemy that you want to attack, but the default sensitivity is pretty high and will latch on to whatever's around you when you're exploring. The graphics in Advent Rising are quite beautiful at times, but are hard to enjoy when you see them at 3 frames a second. The music is the same way. Gorgeous, but it skips or doesn't fit the setting at all. The long-legged character design is unique, if not peculiar, but most of the animations are very well done. The graphics are not technically impressive, but there's a good use of colors to make things pleasing to the eye. That said, if there aren't any high polygon models on the screen, then why is there slowdown? On occasion, you'll brush up against a chair and trigger a free-falling animation. Or sometimes your character will move to a different part of the environment suddenly for no reason. For all the effort put into making Advent Rising an immersive adventure, there's still plenty of bugs like that to jar you out of it. Advent Rising for the Xbox, despite all its flaws, is still a fun game to play. Had the development team had another month or two to iron out all the bugs and frame rate issues, it could be a fantastic game, instead of just an average one.